Hi everybody, this is Miss Hope and my art assistant Jack. How are you guys? I miss you guys so much, and I know this is going to be a very different experience to be learning on the computer like this. I know you guys have been Zooming with your teachers, but I chose to do this a little differently, and I chose to pre-record the lessons because I feel like sometimes I go a little fast, and I want you guys to not feel the pressure to have to get done at the same time as me or have to hurry up and fit this into 30, 40, or 50-minute lessons. So I feel like if I pre-record, you can pause, you can come back to it, you can sit down at a different time of the day. It doesn't have to be in your school day. It could be in the evening, or it could be early in the morning, or it could be on a Saturday or a Sunday, and you don't have to feel obligated to all be sitting at the same exact time when you've already got a lot of other stuff to be responsible for right now. And I don't want art to feel like a pressure. So it should definitely, during this time where things are a little bit more strained and a little bit more stressful, I'm sure you guys feel that, art should be something that you use to brighten the world around you and to help relieve some of that stress and be fun. Okay, so having said that, we're gonna learn how to create an art game today that you can play by yourself or with other people. So if you're home and you're not busy and you want to do something creative but you don't really know what you want to do, this would be a great thing to either work from or to create a bunch of different ones so that you have like a whole little pile of games to play. Okay, and all you need is white paper, copy paper, a pencil, a ruler would be helpful, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes because we're going to be needing to measure. And let me think of what else. Colored pencils maybe, or crayons or markers for later when you get to the drawing part of it. And you may need a dice, okay? I'm going to show you two different ways to play this so you can do it with or without the dice. So if you have a dice from a board game, you can use it at the end. And if you don't have one, you're not going to need it because I'm going to show you an alternative way, okay? And so before we jump into the lesson, I just want to also say thank you to all of you who participated in the art fundraiser. I have been in touch with the woman who's in charge of putting all the orders together at Art to Remember, and she said that all the orders went into production this week. So very exciting. Your artwork that you chose to create into whether it was going to be a water bottle or a magnet or a Christmas ornament or t-shirt, whatever it was that you guys made, that's all starting to get made this week. And so it'll be a couple weeks and then it'll get shipped out to your house. And I hope that you're excited to see your artwork come to life. And I just want to thank you and the parents and your parents for supporting us at Atala and in the art department through this fundraiser, okay? So I, from the bottom of my heart, I'm very grateful and I appreciate it. More than anything, I've just enjoyed watching you guys create these really cool pictures. All right, we're going to jump in. So I'm going to switch my camera so you're not going to see my face. You're going to have an overhead view of my desk and where I'm working right now. Jack is sitting on the other side of my computer, and he's going to be doing this at the same time, following the prompts that I'm speaking. And so, like what I said, you can stop and pause this at any time. If I'm going too fast, you can just hit the pause and work at it on your own pace and come back to it at a later time if you get interrupted, whatever it may be. Okay? All right. But the whole thing is, let's have some fun. All right. So I'm going to switch head here to my overhead camera. And here we go. Here's my paper. Now I already started pre-filling in lines just to make it a little bit faster and easier. So what we're going to be doing is, and some of you probably remember that I've done this before with you. I've played different versions of this game before. I got this idea. I saw it on online on different websites that for creativity, and I just kind of take things that I see that I'm interested in and try to change them and make them into my own creation. Okay, so that's what we do in the art world. We kind of take what inspires us and build off of it and try to make it into something a little bit different, a little bit more unique, a little bit more our own style. And so with this game, you're going to get a chance to do that. So I call it, it's just a dice rolling game. I don't really have a name for it. You can call it whatever you want. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be on your paper, you're going to be creating a series of boxes. And each of those boxes is going to have an image inside You can copy what I'm doing for now until you get the hang of it, and then you'll figure out how. You'll understand this as we go. This is really, really simple to do, and really the sky is the limit with what you can make. You can do this any way you want to. You can customize it to your own liking. Okay, I've seen people do this game with Lego creatures or creations. I've seen people do this game with animals, with abstract designs, with robots. We're going to be doing kind of like creature, hybrid animal creature type things today. That's what we're going to be doing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It's just plain old copy paper, okay? Now, down here, this column right here, I'm going to go ahead and draw this column with my ruler that I've had since I was in like 7th grade. And I'm going to draw a line. You don't have to be so exact, okay? You can freehand it. But what I find happens is sometimes I forget something and then I'm trying to cram it in and it gets confusing, and we don't want to make it confusing. So this line right down here has a width of 1 inch. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Here's my inch right here. From the edge of the ruler to the number 1 is 1 inch. Okay? And now what this box is going, what this column is going to represent is the side of your dice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually just make each notch separate so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to keep it simple for you guys, okay? Just try to follow along. I don't mean to be confusing, but sometimes I'm also trying to figure stuff out as I'm doing it. So I'm kind of the student and the teacher. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Why do I have 6 boxes? How many sides does a dice have, Jack?
6.
6 sides, right. So this box right here, and I left a little space here at the top. That's about 1/4 of an inch, and this just is going to say the dice side. So that means it's going to tell you what number. So that one's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And each of these boxes represents one side of the dice that you could possibly roll. So, okay, now that you've got those lines notched out, and they're about, what did I say they were? About 1 inch each? Wrong side. Yeah, they're just a little bit more than 1 inch. A little bit more than 1 inch. You just need to have 6 boxes, okay? So this is going to kind of be a little messy at first, but you'll figure it out as you go. So you want to create 6 boxes that represent dice, okay? Now you're just going to follow that line, take that all the way down to the end of the paper, the line from each box on the left-hand column. You're just going to take that line all the way across. Now I'm trying to be neat about it. Sometimes even with a ruler my lines get a little slanty. So don't worry about it if it's not. Again, once we get to the end of this, we're going to be able to go back and go, oh, okay, wait, maybe I should have done it like that instead. That's creativity, you guys. Creativity is not about being artistic, although a lot of times it's associated with artists. Creativity is figuring out many solutions to one problem. That's really what creativity is. All right, so you see how we've got these lines now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Okay? And again, up here, I'm just going to follow that line as well. Just take that all the way across. Okay, now I'm going to use my ruler the vertical way here. Now these spaces should be about 1.5 inches, okay? So about 1.5 inches, put a little notch, 1.5 inches, little notch. Okay, it's okay if it's a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Doesn't really matter. I went ahead and I pre-notched them before, so I'm cheating right now because I'm just following my notches to show you guys. My crayons are in the way, I'm sorry. All right, so now I'm gonna go and take this all the way down or up, however you want to start it. So these lessons that I'm doing for you guys right now, this is for lower elementary, upper elementary, and middle school. And whatever skill level you're at with your drawing is where you're going to be with this game. But since I've seen how all of you create things, I know that these are going to come out really cool. Okay, so now you should have pretty equal boxes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of big boxes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many boxes do we have, guys? Here's a little math for you, because math is in everything. If I've got 6 across here and 6 down here, 6 times 6 is, Jack? We're working on it.
Yeah.
Should be 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. All right. Some multiplication is involved here. This is an interdisciplinary skill, art is. Okay, now, across the top here, these are going to be your categories. So right here, I'm going to write head and ears. That's going to be my first box. So everything goes down in this box is going to be a head shape and ears attached. My next one is going to be my body. This one is going to be my eyes and my nose. Next is going to be mouth. And then after that, arms and legs. And then extras, what I call extras. Now, okay, just a little bit, a hint for you guys. If you're copying along with me, which I guess you should be doing for right now just so you get the hang of it, these are basically the main categories. There's always going to be things that you, at the end, when you're like, oh, I wish I would have added this, or there's no category for that. You can always add things extra that are not part of the game, okay? So don't feel like, if it's not on this piece of paper, you're not supposed to do it. You can always add things, okay? And then when you see how this all turns out, you're going to be able to add extra things like the background or other characters or other creatures that you come up with, okay? So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make up my own shapes for heads and ears. Okay, I've played this game a lot of times, so I kind of have a good idea of how I like to play. This is a good opportunity for you to practice some drawing skills, cartooning skills, facial feature skills. Okay, all good stuff to practice at home right now and keep you busy. This will definitely keep you busy for a while if you want to play this game with yourself, or if you have a brother or a sister or a cousin or somebody that lives at home with you, or even an adult, okay? Sometimes the adults don't know they need to play, but they do. So see if you can get them to sit down and play with you. Okay, now I'm on bodies. So I'm just going to go ahead and make up some different, use my shapes, what I know about shapes. That's kind of like a blob. And here's a big circle. This is going to be an oval shape. This is going to be another blobby. And then this one's going to be a little bit more square. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change this one. Uh-oh, my eraser doesn't work. Thank you. Since this one looks a little too much like that one, I'm going to fix it. So if you copied me, fix it. I'm going to make it more snake-like. Okay? Thanks, Jack.
I can use that.
It's okay. All right, now moving on to eyes and nose. Now here's where you can really have some fun thinking about different characters that you already know from games that you play, or from maybe illustrated books you like to read. This one's going to be a cyclops. You guys know what a cyclops is? Jack, do you know what a cyclops is?
Yep, a one-eyed monster.
Yep. And so there's his nose. This one's going to have triangle eyes. and a square nose. This one's gonna have cat eyes. My favorite animal in the whole world is a cat. And then this one's gonna have wonky eyes. Maybe these are like robot eyes. That's the nose. And this one's gonna have like, I was thinking about googly eyes when I did this one. Okay. So now mouths.
I've only done spikes and horns.
That's okay. He's gonna have two. There's gonna be lips. And then this one's gonna be like this. Kind of goofy smile. And then we're gonna do, because since it's right there, now they don't have to match, but this is gonna be like a cat or an animal mouth with whiskers.
Mama.
Whatever nose ends up being there, that's the mouth that's gonna be attached to it. You'll see in a couple minutes.
Mama.
Yes, hon?
What I learned is you can combine different eyes. You could do like one eye looking really mad and one eye looking
Yeah,
happy.
I didn't do any angry eyes.
Yeah.
And don't forget to pack your angry eyes. What movie is that from, you guys? Toy Story. Yeah. I know Miss Hope's getting silly. I've been home too long. I want to get outside too. All right, now arms and legs. Now this box is a little bit small. I'm just going to tell you. So if you only want to do one arm, which represents what both arms are going to look like, that's okay. All right, because you're the maker of this game, so you should know. So I'm not saying only one arm and one leg. I'm just saying there's not enough room for everything. So this arm is going to be the same on both sides, and this leg is going to be the same on both sides. Now this one's going to be like...
I forgot to add legs, so I'm just adding the legs to the body.
Okay, that's fine. And then this one, I was trying to do like frog feet. Ribbit, ribbit. So now you could do 2 or 4 of these because they could be arms or legs. And then I wanted to do some...
Oh, I don't have arms either. Thanks for
creepy crawly legs, like spider legs. And I know spiders have 8 legs. I only have 6 there, but you can make yours however you want to. And then we've got like a paw.
Oh, Mom, you actually gave me an idea for a body.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, spider body.
Okay. So here's going to be a paw and a foot paw. You can make your own legs however you want to when you get to that point. You'll see how this goes. I know it might be a little bit like, what are we doing, Miss Hope? What's going on here? But you'll understand in just a couple minutes when we start playing, okay? We're almost done. Feel free to change the ideas around, okay? Now these extras, these are fun because this is where you can be really silly. So I'm going to make horns. Horns. And I'm just writing down what they are. And this is a tail with some spikes. Okay, and then these are going to be wings, like butterfly wings. I don't know what the body's going to look like.
Heart wings.
Yeah.
I did with mine, instead of 6 and 6.
Fluffy, poofy hair.
Instead of like 6 here and 6 there,
Uh-huh.
I did 6 like going that way and 7 there.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are going to find out how much room you have on your paper. Maybe you want to use bigger paper. Maybe you want to use 2 sheets of paper, front and back. Yeah, however
so
you
I
want to.
put like
puffy
wings,
hair.
and then I put pick one if you want. So like it's optional if you want a wing.
Okay.
What type of wing you want.
This is called fancy hair. And it could be boy or girl hair. You can make it long or short. You can go however you want to. It's just fancy hair. And then we're going to do the mustache and the beard.
You should make like one like
And your mouth would go in this area right
make
here.
a human.
Well, you could do roll the human. Okay, now that this is all done, okay, I'm going to put this up here for a second. I'm going to bring in my other blank sheet of paper now. So I'm going to see if I can get the whole, you guys to see everything here. All right, now, this is how you would play. Now, I don't have any dice with me at this particular moment. So I'm just going to pick random numbers, and they each coordinate with a spot. Okay, so on the first time that if you're using the dice, on the first time that you have a dice anywhere, Jack? On your first roll, okay, on your first roll, if you're rolling with the dice, whatever number it lands on is going to be the first thing that you draw. So let's say I landed on the number 3. My first part of the body is going to be the head and the ears. This guy doesn't have any ears. He's just got a hairy head. So I'm going to go with that, number 3. Now, I'm going to try to put this side by side here so that you can see me draw. Now, you don't want to do super small. If you do this, you're not going to have any room for all the features. So you're going to want to make it big.
But if you do it that big, then you're not going to have room.
Well, you have to learn. Okay, so this is how you learn how to proportion things and how to space things out. That's why art is very much about spatial awareness. It kind of does. I was thinking about Animal from the Muppets when I did that one. And he's got like a little poof coming out of his, like a fur ball coming out of his head. All right? All right, so that was the number 3 on the first roll. Okay? No. All right, yes, I'm going to close my eyes. Now I'm going to pick the number 2 is my favorite number. So 2 is going to be the shape of the body. So what do we have here? We have a blob.
It's like Ditto from Pokemon.
Okay. Jack is telling me something about Pokemon. I don't know. So he's going to have a blobby body. Okay, so that's because I rolled the number 2, or I thought of the number 2. I picked the number 2 for his body. Okay, now I'm going to go with, I'm going to pretend I'm rolling the dice and 6. Oh, what's number 6 for the eyes and the nose? This right here. All right, so he's going to have crazy eyes. I should make these a little bit more crazy, shouldn't I?
It's cross-eyed.
Sort of. So he's going to have crazy eyes. You see what I'm doing, you guys? See how it's starting to shape up?
He's cute.
Okay, that's his crazy eyes and his nose. All right, so what are we on? That's our 3rd roll, okay? So we did the head, the ears, body, eyes and nose, and now mouth. So I'm going to roll my dice, my imaginary dice. Rolls on number 4. Ooh. So number 4 is going to be this one right here. So see how his nose, it is what it is, but now he's going to have a cat mouth. Well, or an animal mouth, let's just say. I'm partial to cats. With whiskers.
So it's basically a cat.
This is like a really crazy looking lion.
Wow.
All right.
If you don't want an actor.
The next part of the body we're doing is arms and legs. So I'm going to roll my imaginary dice and 5. Oh, look, it's I swear I'm not picking this out, guys. I'm not even looking at it. Paws. So now I'm going to make his paws.
Are you sure you're not looking at it?
I'm positive. I'm just trying to randomly pick numbers that I haven't picked yet. And you can make the hands in any position that you'd like.
I don't think you should put horns on it.
And I'm going to make him...
He doesn't look like he should have horns.
I'm going to make him sitting. So he's like sitting... He's a little chunky. So here's his paw pads right here.
He's like Garfield.
And at the end, I'll show you what we can do to add details. All right, and then extras. We're going to do... Jackie's telling me number 2. Let's roll number 2. Oh, Jack.
I want tail.
All right.
You don't have to do spikes on it.
So he's going to have a tail here.
You don't have to do spikes on it, do you?
Yeah. His tail is going to look like that, and then he's got spikes. He's a crazy-looking lion. Okay, so now we've rolled 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? So we did all the parts of the body and an extra. And now this is the character that we have. So now what you do is, now you look at him and you go, what could he could use something here. Maybe he can use like eyelashes. Let's give him some eyelashes. Okay? Or maybe we're going to give him like a belly, a furry belly.
Big furry fat belly.
Can you grab me one more piece of paper, please? All right? So we got a big furry belly here. And now what I'm going to do is now you get your crayons and your colored pencils. And here's where you can have some fun and you can start coloring and doing different fun things and adding different... Thank you, honey. Just leave it. You add some different things to him, some details. Get your markers, get your colored pencils, have some fun. So again, like I said in the beginning, if you don't have dice from another board game that you can use for this, you can just pick random numbers, Or you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just write down the line. Pick all these things from that line, all these things from this line. You can literally make hundreds of combinations of creatures this way, okay? And we're going to just do one more just to show you the different, like how different they could be, okay? So my first roll, I'm going to pick the number 5 this time. So number 5 is going to be this head right here. And guys, believe it or not, sometimes the best way to learn is to be silly. Yeah, he's got like this robot kind of head. All right, pick a number, Jack.
6.
6. Okay, so 6 is the body shape. It's this one right here.
Wow, it sort of fits in.
Sort of fits in, yeah. Guys, again, you do this however you want to. You don't have to use mine. It's good to start somewhere, and this is, if this is okay for you guys as a template, go ahead and use it. Pick another number, Jack, for the next roll. For number
2.
So for eyes and nose, oh, we're gonna have a Cyclops robot.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what I was picking. I just picked a
That's
random
okay.
number. 2 is my favorite number too. Well, 10 is my favorite, but I'm just gonna say 2 because that's my second favorite.
All right, here we go. Cyclops eyes, and then for the mouth, what number should we pick?
3.
3. Oh, 3. He's got like Bucky teeth.
Bucky.
Okay, he's silly looking. And then arms and legs, let's roll and pretend we rolled number 4, I'm going to say.
Yeah,
4.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, this is interesting.
Well, maybe you could put some up here and some there.
So this is also going to be, here's where you're not just being silly either. You're being creative. You're trying to figure stuff out right now. Where would this go? Where should this go? What makes sense here? How much space do I have? You're using critical thinking. You're using spatial awareness. Okay? All right, and then the extras. Let's roll the number 4.
5.
Jack says 5. I say 4. I'm going with 4. Puffy hair. All right, so our robot is going to have puffy hair. All right, see, silly. Now I can go ahead. Now I can add extra things like well, it's maybe now it's a girl, so it's gonna have a dress on. Here's its buttons and a fancy collar. All right, and maybe she's got some earrings in her. Why not? And oh, you know what? Every fancy robot girl needs a fancy bow. There we go. Oh, she's beautiful. Excellent. So she's like a robot insect of some sort, right?
A robot insect wearing a dress.
Yeah.
With buck teeth.
All right. So there you go, guys. This is how you do it. So again, it's really up to you, all of it. You can start with a theme. Maybe you like robots. Like I know a lot of you like robots. So maybe you can, all your categories are going to have robot parts. But you have to think about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different robot parts for that robot. Like how many different robot bodies could you come up with? How many different robot head shapes could you come up with? How many different robot eyes and noses can you come up with? I know I said eyes for a second. See, I haven't been in school in a couple of weeks and I'm already forgetting how to speak the right way. All right, so let me come back over here to... Hello. Okay, I'm back. So yeah. So this is a fun and a silly way for you to practice your drawing skills, because what are you doing when you're doing these? You're going to roll, the same things are going to keep coming up over and over again in different ways, on different characters, and it's going to be an opportunity for you to keep practicing, okay? Look around at different things in your house for inspiration. You'd be surprised just looking at regular household objects, the shape of things, what it could make you think of. Oh yeah, I could use that for a head shape. Like behind me right here, I just did my kindergarten art lesson with fruit. We were drawing pieces of fruit. So maybe go to your kitchen and look around at different foods that are in your kitchen for inspiration for the shape of a head or shape of a body, okay? You could have a banana-shaped body or an apple-shaped head. I don't know. It's up to you, okay? But I want you to have fun with it. I want you to really think about how you want to make this and turn this into your game. This is your game. You can make as many of them as you'd like. You don't have to do the dice part. You can just make categories and boxes and then just mix and match and choose what you like, okay? But here's what I do want you to do. I want you to draw a bunch of them. And then I want you to take pictures of them or have somebody take pictures of them for you and upload them to either the Facebook site or send them to my email, however you're watching this right now. And again, the beautiful thing about this kind of technology and not doing a Zoom is that you can come back to this later if you forgot, or you forgot what I said, or you forgot what we drew, or you forgot what we did. You can go back to it. You can pause it. You can rewind. You can go forward, whatever you want. All right? So I hope that you guys make lots of fun things, and I hope that you guys take some pictures and show me, because I want to see what you guys are doing. I miss you guys, okay? So let me know. Have fun. Get other people to play with you. Get other people to maybe even draw some things up on their own piece of paper and then trade off, okay? You guys can switch off and mix and match. You guys can really create hundreds, maybe even thousands of different characters. All right? So have fun.
Mommy, you said you teach us how to do it without the dice.
Right, well, we were doing it. We were practicing without the dice. If you have a dice, obviously you're rolling on your table or your floor, and whatever number you land on is what corresponds or coordinates with the next, category. But if you don't have any dice, like I said, you can just go, let me zoom back down to the overhead camera just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you don't have any dice, you can just go, oh, I'll take one of each. I'll do one in each category and we'll see what that comes out looking like. One of each.
I wanted you to do the beard for one of them.
I know. And you can, look, if you keep rolling fives for some reason and you're like, oh man, I don't want to keep rolling fives, I don't like that one, then you could pick out your own. Really, this is very loosely structured. This is not, you're not glued to real rules, okay? So you do this how you want to. You do this how you want to. And post me the pictures. I can't wait to see what you guys make. All right, next week, I'm going to be posting more lessons for you. So should be up by Thursday night, so that Friday, you'd be able to do the same thing. Log on to either the Creativity and Hope Facebook page or get it through the Atala site, which we will be working on sending you the link to. Okay? More to be created and to be continued. All right? You guys stay safe, stay healthy. This will end. This will pass soon, and we'll get through it together. And looking forward to seeing you guys again in the classroom as soon as we can. All right? Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And thanks for helping.